Or while someone is going through the treatment and the care plan, I guess there's a lot, like even just based on our conversation, our short conversation right now, there's a lot going through your mind, as I can imagine. In terms of, I guess, communication, should or could a healthcare provider communicate or advertise to, let's say, the proxy as opposed to the patient themselves?
I would think so. It sounds like I would certainly think so.
Like, yeah. So like if my significant other happened to
Mhm.
be going through a situation, the ads that I would see would be relevant to, is your significant other going through this? We have resources. Okay.
I think that's actually great. I think it's a great idea because uh, how much do you ingest of information on your own? Being the person that's having to take it all in and not having, if you have that significant other, best friend, or all of that, anybody, sister, anybody that says, "Hey, did you know?" There's nothing bad about that. That's a good thing. It takes a group to help, walk through that process. So you can't know everything. I think that's actually a great idea. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
You hear that, guys? That's a great idea. It came
Yeah.
straight from Lena.
I am the guru over here somehow.
You are the guru, Lena. Absolutely.
Oh gosh,
Um,
I think the
so
queen of
I
giggle.
no, this is great stuff. I'm not even going to detract from that in a little bit. That is amazing. So I guess in terms of, I guess, communications to the proxy, I'm just going through my list. So I can imagine maybe some sort of sponsored events where you have like a health fair or awareness fair. That could be a great opportunity. Maybe some blogs on your website,
Mhm.
or some similar resources. Maybe some wellness check-in calls, depending on the situation or relationship. I can imagine that some people would miss their appointments, or some people. One of the things that a lot of dentists do, which most people don't realize as part of the treatment package, is oral health screenings. But so they can detect oral cancer. But certainly, like you mentioned, Lena, they can help keep your teeth healthy in many other situations other than just oral cancer. And then in terms of, I guess, just general communication, maybe like offage signage and things like that. In terms of some of the other items, I guess, are cosmetic dental practices and a lot of business in general. They have these amazing things called websites.
Yep.
And I kind of treat our clients' websites as a member of their team, because it literally is. It doesn't take any sick days. It does exactly what you want it to do. It's literally like the perfect employee. And as a result, the websites themselves can be leveraged as communication mechanisms as well. So in terms of putting out information in the form of blogs or in the form of scheduling events, like we mentioned before, giveaways. I know we mentioned like the pink ribbons, but certainly giveaways are certain things that you can do as part of leveraging your website for your community. And then also donations. I mean, donations can come in the form of meals,
Mhm.
and I think those are super helpful. I mean, our family's been part of meal trains for different situations, and I can tell you how amazing it is. For anything from having a baby to breaking an arm or breaking a leg, it goes a long way. So I can just
Mhm.
imagine in this situation. Any other things that you would like highlight or mention that we can leverage?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like just maybe do send like the care basket, or with the miniature toothpaste and everything, and things that are for likely, very likely sensitive teeth at the time. You know and I think fundraisers are a great idea because, is there a way to do a little bit of fundraising towards the cost of their care
Wow.
in
Yeah.
a give back? Because a lot of times we know, unfortunately, people will avoid going to the dentist because of a financial burden. And it's just the worst thing you can avoid doing, because the end result is like even if you're perfectly healthy, right? Like you don't want to do that. But so if there's like a scholarship or fundraisers that help go towards those, as you acknowledge people in your practice, that maybe you acknowledge people that are, them or their, what'd you call it, proxy, their person,
Yeah.
their closest person, and or child, that there's a way to, do something special just depending on the circumstances. And, I'm sure that can vary greatly, but I think that could be just go a long ways. And, right down to what you said, Edward, as a phone call to check and see, how is it going? How are you doing? We didn't see you today. How are you feeling? Are you okay? Should we reschedule now? I think there's ways to just know that this doctor cares about me. I'm not number 477 on their daily schedule. Awesome. It just goes a really long way.
Wow. That's amazing. I think those are some amazing ideas, Lena, and definitely we'll be putting some of those into our bag of tricks. So, but yeah, so I guess we're almost at the end of time. We're about to wrap up, but before I wrapped up, was there anything else that you think is relevant that we missed on this particular episode that you think it's like, I don't believe Edward didn't say this? Yeah.
Gosh, no, I think it was great. I hope I didn't say too terrible. I would just say, it's cancer's not the end of the world. Regardless, like anything can, from a life-threatening kind of thing. So you kind of just got to approach it in your best spirit. And like we really need to do everything, quite honestly. It can't just be about a disease. It has to be back to your very beginning in the mindset. And, I will say I'm thankful more than I've ever been on a regular basis. So I would encourage, before you get a diagnosis, just go ahead and be thankful every day for everything. Not in a cheesy way, just in a general way, and go, daggone, I got to get up today. Oof, that's good. That's a good way to start off, so that's what I got for you.
Absolutely. Well, Lena, again, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for showing up on my podcast and providing us with some amazing tidbit. Actually, you were my first co-guest on this particular format. So thank you again for that. Hopefully I did a good enough job as a host for your amazing and super important topic. And
you did that. That. And my Houston friends. So I'm so honored to get the chance. Thank you so much for having me.
Pleasure's all mine. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lena Stutes.